Hi, this is Harish here. Welcome to DB2 LUW Tips and Tricks video tutorial part 146. In this video tutorial, I want to talk about an issue. The issue is load utility with index rebuild option is not using all the CPU cores which are available in the system when it is doing the index rebuild. The scripts that I'm using, the data files that I'm using are available for free download at db2lewacademy.blogspot.com. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/db2lewacademy. This slide talks about the problem scenario and the observation. The problem scenario is when we use the load utility and specifically the index rebuild option. So I'm not talking about the data loading part, but the part in which it is doing the index rebuild, and it is a complete index rebuild. I'm not talking about incremental index rebuilds. So when it is doing that, it is not using all the CPU cores that are available to the system, available in the system. So what happens is, like, there is a registry variable we can set db2 underscore smp underscore index create. I have set it to 2. So this kind of this setting, registry variable setting, helps for parallel index creation. So certain phase of index creation can be done to some extent in a parallel manner, and you can see that in action that it is using the 2 cores when this registry variable is set. So, but not all the commands. For example, the create index will use it, and the rearg table or the rearg indexes will use both the cores available to the system. So in my case, I'm using a 2 core system. If you're using 4 cores, or that we have to test it, so I don't know. So I'm using a dual core system, and I can see the discrepancy very clearly. And the observation is the time taken to complete is the same. So the task is getting completed pretty much in the same time only. So whether I create the index, or whether I rebuild the index, or whether I use load utility to rebuild the index, the time created is the same, but the CPU core utilization is not the same. So if the load utility is using only 1 core out of the 2, then definitely there is a scope for improvement in the parallelism. So the load utility should be able to rebuild the index in a pretty much faster manner than a create index or the rearg table indexes command. But that is not happening because the CPU core is getting as a limiting factor. So whether it is a design or it's an issue, I don't know. So I just leave that to you. So let's, as usual, let's go to the demonstration, so that way it will be somewhat clearer. Okay, so how do I go here? Okay, db2 inst1. So this is a Red Hat system I'm using, and db2, you can see I'm using a trial edition, and the db2 is already in the instances already started. The activation of the database is also done, and you can see db2 smp index create. I have set it to 2. Okay, db2 smp index create is set it. The variable is set to 2. Okay, did I mention incorrectly? Hold on. db2 smp index create. Yeah, this is correct only. Okay. db2 smp index create is set to 2, and I have connected to the database, and there is a table. So db2 dscrab describe indexes for table name workers. Okay. So you can see that there is an index idx already there. Okay. And so what I'll do, I'll open up a system monitor. So this is like a typical CPU utilization graph to see the CPU. You can see that this is 21% and this is 11%, like that. And we can say always on top, so that we can, so you can see the graph that it is drawing here. So you can see it is going up and down. So now this is 16, this is 14, this is 12, this is 12, so this is 13, this is 15, this is, so you can see there is the one core of the CPU, which is CPU 1, is in orange, and the other core is in red. I don't know, I'm not very sure. Okay, you can call it as pink or red or magenta, or this is orangish brown. Okay, orangish, this is reddish or brownish or pinkish or whatever. So you can see the 2 lines. Okay, so you can see, yeah, it goes. So this kind of gap should not be there. Okay, see if the utilization is, so you can see both are at 11, 21, so both are equally used. See 22, 20, 15, 15, 17, 14. So that's why they travel together here. If you see the graph here, they travel together. Okay, so what I'll do, I will so I'll show you the load first. See, because obviously I can only show you the load first, or I can okay, I'll show you the load first. So I have already connected to this guy. So let me see, the command is already there. Okay, so here you can see time db2 load from devnull of del insert into workers. I am giving 8000 pages for sort buffer, CPU parallelism, disk parallelism, indexing mode rebuild, allow no access, fetch parallelism. So every the possible thing I have taken care of, everything. The parallelism, disk parallelism I have taken care of, CPU parallelism I have taken care of. I have given manually allocated the buffer, like a decent amount of buffer. So let's see like what happens when I load. And I have also given the time command. So it should roughly take about 26 to 30 seconds. And you can see the CPU usage. See this gap? This is what I'm saying. There is a significant amount of gap that is happening, and you'll see the gap is getting wider and wider. Like you'll okay, this is a decent amount of travel, but you can see 94 and 20. See 99, this is the gap. See here it has traveled almost together. This is decent. This phase is decent, but look at this phase. Wow. Look at this phase. So this is what I'm saying. It is not. So you can see here the graph. Initial phases of the load, it's okay. The parallelism of the threads is good. The CPU utilization is good. But after that, you see the huge gap. There is only one portion, only one thread is used at a time to complete the task. So you can see that it took about 30 seconds, which I said 26 to 30 seconds it should take. We can run it one more time also. I just wanted to show you. So I am running it one more time. So you should see now the CPU usage is very low and it will try to shoot up, right? And it will travel like, see, this is okay. This is kind of okay utilization, but this is a bad utilization. But ideally this is okay. I'm still saying this is okay, but you'll find that the gap is significant. See, this is what I'm saying. It is getting significantly wider, which means, see, the load is still not completed, and you can see that at the end, during the end phase of the rebuild or something, there is a huge amount of gap. This much amount of gap is there. Okay, so if you find that, okay, this gap, this is only at the end of the activity, why are you worrying so much? But my question is, why the same thing is not happening? So let me go and say like db2 drop index idx, okay? And what I'll do, I will create the index. So we have done the load twice. So we'll do the create index, but obviously before doing create index, I'll activate not logged initially, just, to, there will not be much of transactional log overhead. So that's why I'm doing that. So I'm going to say create index now. So let me say create index. Okay, so this is the create index part. Okay, you can see that the CPU usage is almost 14 and 21. It's very, very low. You can see the graph here. Okay, I'm going to hit enter. Let's see the create index. So it should come up now. And look at how closely they travel. The orange and the red, the thread, right? See, look at that, like 85, 90, 94, 95, 99, 98, 99, 97. This is what I'm saying. And look at the amount of utilization in a parallel way. It took almost 24 seconds to create the index, which is 30 seconds when the load utility. But from the start of the activity to end of the activity, the CPU utilization remains completely at 95, 98. Both the cores are utilized. Look the range of travel. Look the range of, how close the CPU are utilized, which means that you are doing more activity in a parallel fashion, utilizing the running the threads behind in the parallel manner. So that's why this create index is able to do that. Okay, so let me commit it, and I'll also try to run the rearg as well. Okay, so you can see that during the commit, there is it is not using the parallelism is not great. You can see that here. During the commit, the parallelism, but that's okay. Commit is a whole different case, okay, because it writes things into database, so that's a different way. But the create index is also a different thing, right? Okay, so that I don't want to comment on that. So why the commit is not completely parallelly doing the task, that is a whole different thing issue, okay. But the create index is not the create index is highly efficient in utilizing the cores, and I can run again a rearg command also. So probably I would have run that. I'll just take it from the history. Okay, here you go. Rearg DB2 rearg indexes. Okay, and I will also put a time. DB2 rearg indexes all for table workers. So we'll again run this command. So it should also take about 26 to 30 seconds. But look at the CPU utilization: 92, 96, 90, 87. Look at how they are traveling. Wow. Highly utilized percentages in both the cores. Even from, obviously this rise is the beginning of the activity is going on, and you should see until the end of activity they travel. See, the end of activity is done, so in about 27 seconds it has completed the activity and it is coming down. It's coming down together. See how nice the core utilization was. Like, look at this way and compare the load activity. Okay, now let's compare again the load. Okay, this is the load. Okay, this time maybe I'll run with for example without any sort buffer. Okay, I'm not saying limiting the sort buffer. Let it, and it is a STMM is set, so it's nothing to worry about. STMM is set, so I'll run this now. Now you look at how descript. See, 60, 80, 100, 9. Okay, that's fine. But look at here. Now it's kind of okay. See, 77, 62, 99, 63. See here. Okay, this is okay. This is still not bad. But look at this now. 100. See, this one is 100. Okay, see this one. Like, no, this is 100. This is 26. This is 100. This is 34. Look at the utilization. Look at the utilization fluctuation. So bad. So very bad. You saw just now, I have shown you the graphs, how these two graphs were close to each other. The core utilization was extremely close together during the activity, and how it is wavering here, which means it's utilizing only one core at a time of the two cores. I don't know. So maybe if I have a 4-core system, it will use. I don't know. So I'm not sure whether it is because of the hardware limiting factor or something like that. But that is the issue. So you will see that it is still taking 27 seconds. So from 26 to 30 seconds average I'm getting for the index rebuild, whether I create the index or whether I rebuild the index, whether I use load utility. Time is not matter. But the manner in which the CPU utilization is happening is a limiting factor for load utility, because definitely the load utility, if it can do those things parallelly, if it achieves the same level of CPU utilization, the load utility has the capacity to complete the index creation in a much more faster time. That is what I'm saying. So the load utility should in fact rebuild the index in about 13 seconds to 15 seconds, less than 18 seconds. That is what I'm expecting. Any case, so hope this tutorial was useful to you. Actually, I don't know the answer, so I'm just looking for some clarification. So if you know something, please let me know. Thanks for watching the video. See you in the next video tutorial. Until then, bye bye.